This is every new 2025 Hot Wheels mainline, including Treasure Hunt, Super Treasure Hunt, New Model, and Recolor. And we'll start it off with 2025 Hot Wheels A-Case cars. You can see if we look on my cases right here, I've got them all labeled and organized as to which cars are which. So that's our A-Case. Let's go ahead and pop this open, and I'll do my best to open these without dropping all the cars, because I can just imagine that one time I'm going to open it and all these cars are going to drop just like how those ones did. But all right, we'll put those ones right back up right here, and we've got a couple that are on the bottom right here. But let's first start off with our treasure hunt and our super treasure hunt, which is that one right there. That's the Audi Sport Quattro right here. That's the super treasure hunt for the case, and that is the mainline for the super treasure hunt right there. So mainline and super. And then we have the treasure hunt for the case, which is this one right here, the Ford Transit Connect Fast First Response Edition on their super van. There you have that one right there. That's your treasure hunt, and it does say treasure hunt logo right there. There's your treasure hunt logo just right there on the back. So we have that one as well. And then we have our new models right here. And then for the most part, the cases I'm going to have the licensed ones up top, and then your fantasy cars towards the bottom right here. We're not going to go through every single car. You guys can have a look. These are our first cars from A-Case. Some of the highlights that we have, I like the red Tesla Model S Plaid. That is a nice one. I think these wheels are fantastic on here. We had the new the truck, the 67 Chevy truck, is it? I can't remember. 67 Chevy C10 truck right there. Key swaps, a new casting. The Super Twin Mill, the Morgan Super 3 are all new castings for it. We did get so essentially all of these ones down are all recolor. So we have our super treasure hunts, our mainline to the super, the treasure hunt, new castings, licensed castings, and all recolors are the rest of them right here. So license and the fantasy castings. The Civic is also a pretty nice one right here as well. So we have the blue Honda Civic. That's a cool recolor for that EF Civic. I do enjoy that one right there with the white wheels especially. There's the Skyline as well. We've got a couple of the other ones right here. So I mean the what is it? The small block? I think this is called the small block. Yeah, the small block. That's the Taxi Edition small block. So that's a recolor as well. But yeah, some pretty good castings. And we'll go ahead and wherever this one fell, we're just going to throw it right back into there and close this one up. And we'll go to our side B case right here. So this is 2025 B case that we have. We'll open that one up right there, and you guys can have your nice look at it. First, we'll look at the super and the mainline to the super. So your super treasure hunt is that beautiful, what is it called? I can't remember. Hero Hado Merc. Wow, did I almost forget the beautiful Hero Hado Merc? I did almost forget it. But that one is gorgeous, one of my favorites of the year. That's your mainline to the Hero Hado Merc right there. There you have it. So it's a little bit more of a pinky magenta color than the actual Hero Hado Merc in the purple. So that one's pretty nice. We'll put the super and the mainline to the super back right there. Then we have our treasure hunt for the case. And the treasure hunt, I can't remember what this one is called. This is the fish and chipped treasure hunt for the case. There's your treasure hunt logo just right there on the side. So you can see that one right there. And then new castings for the case. So we did have the Miata, the GTD Mustang. That's a nice new casting for the case right there. Beautiful looking one. We had the Riviera, which was new, and this little fantasy tow truck, which was new. And then all of our recolors that we had down here. So some of the highlight recolors, the Huracan Storado in the white. That one is looking really, really nice. And we did have also the Subaru BRZ. That's a cool recolor on that one. I really do like that. That nice metallic blue with the white. Number 2 on the side, looking fantastic. This one, people would always get confused and think it's a super treasure hunt, but it is not. It is just the Fiat 500 it's just the regular Fiat 500, right? Fiat 500e, so it's the electric variation. But those wheels kind of look like they're super treasure hunts, but it's not. It is just a mainline, just a recolored mainline. So yeah, so those are some of our recolors. We saw the Mario Kart return as well. There's your Star Wars kind of ship thing right there, but some pretty good ones. We'll close that one on up, move it on over, and go to our 2025 Hot Wheels C-Case cars, and I'll again try to open this up and hopefully not drop all of them because I have done that before. But let's go ahead and put that one down. So Super Treasure Hunt's High Roller 2. And there's our Super Treasure Hunt High Roller 2 right there. That is the Super. And then we have the mainline to it, the High Roller 2 mainline. So you can see they're kind of the opposite colors. The TH logo right there on that one, so you know that it's the Super Treasure Hunts. But yeah, there they are. Super Treasure Hunts. I mean, probably the most boring Super Treasure Hunt of the year, in my opinion. I wasn't a big fan of it, but that's okay. Mailed it for the Treasure Hunt right there. There's your Treasure Hunt logo right there on the side for the Mailed It. Interesting color of that one right there. You can see the nice white interior with all the details on that. And we'll throw that back in there. New castings that we had right here. So the Maserati Shamal, there's our first main line of a Formula One car. The Oracle Red Bull was the first one to the main line. So that one's really cool. So cool that we got that one as well. Some of the other highlights that we had, Porsche 911 GT3 in black, all blacked out with the kind of gold trim on there. Looking fantastic. Love my Porsches. So that one was a super exciting one to get. The Power Wagon was a cool one as well. That's a cool recolor of the Dodge Power Wagon. One of my favorite castings of all time. Really, really enjoyed that one. So we'll throw that one back up there. There's some of our fantasy castings that we got as well. We got the Mustang. What is this, the Shelby GT500? Yeah, it is Shelby GT500. And that's kind of like in a burnt orange colorway for that GT500s. But yeah, there's the rest of them as far as fantasy casting goes. So you guys can take a look, take note at all of our 2025 Hot Wheels C case. We'll close that one up and we'll switch it around to our D case. 2025 Hot Wheels D case cars. We'll open that one up right there. And again, we're not going through every single car up close, but you can get a look. Those are all the D case cars that we got. Right here, we got Super Treasure Hunt and the main line to the Super. So beautiful Super Treasure Hunt, the Datsun Sunny B120 truck right here. Love the wheels on here. I think it looks fantastic. There we can see it from the bottom right there. The Super Treasure Hunt logo, TH right there on the back, and even has Super written right above it. So that's kind of a cool touch. That is the main line for it as well. So you guys can see both the main line and the Super side by side. There we go. So we can see them. So you can get that good look. So you can tell the differences on them. And then for our Treasure Hunt, I think this is the pedal driver, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is the pedal driver for the Treasure Hunt right there. And there we have that one. And where is our Treasure Hunt logo for it? I need to find it. I need to see it up close. I can't even see where our Treasure Hunt logo is. This is, I'm going to confirm it is the Treasure Hunt. Maybe I'm mistaken. But I will double check for you guys. Yes, it is. I can see right there on the side fender, you can see that little Treasure Hunt logo. So there we go. It's kind of like very hidden in there, but it is the Treasure Hunt. The Gordon Murray T33, that was a new casting for 2025. That's the first time we're seeing that. It's already been recolored in yellow, which you'll see coming up towards the end of the year. We got the Tesla Cyber Quad. That was a really cool one as well. Really enjoyed the Tesla Cyber Quad for this year. We already got that one recolored in the future as well. Some of the other highlights, I mean, the Lamborghini Miura casting that we've seen as a Super Treasure Hunt previously. Very similar colors as well, but we have that one. We've got the Blazer in there. We've got, ooh, this one is actually pretty cool as well. This is our Cadillac Le Mans car. That one is a pretty cool one. It was a Project GTB hypercar. So we got that one first last year, and then it's been recolored, I think, 1 or 2 times. So there's a nice yellow one that we got for it. There's a Porsche as well. The Ford Lightning in there. As I'm dropping cars, there's our Ford Lightning. That one's been recolored many times before, and that's the first recolor of that one as well, though. But yeah, there you go. There's our 2025 Hot Wheels. What was that, D case, right? That is D case. All right, we'll put our D case aside. We'll move on to our E case right here. Move on E case on in, and our Supers flipped over on this one here. We got lots of cars in the E case, so you can see sometimes I got them double stacked because there's more than 24 new cars to the case, so that's why you see them double stacked. So our Supers flipped over, so is the main line to the Supers. Let's have a look at those. So we have the Aston Martin DB4 GT High Speed Edition in this nice gold colorway. There's the TH logo right there on the side of it. And then the main line to it is just a yellow main line right there. So we have it in that nice yellow colorway right there. So very different for the main line and the super. So we'll go ahead and throw those ones back. Those, I think they do fit in. There we go. And then it's our treasure hunt for the case, which is, I think, the Rig Storm. So you can see that treasure hunt logo right there on the side of it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is the Rig Storm, right? Yeah, it is. There we go. Rig Storm treasure hunt for the case as well. And then we'll put that one in. New castings, we've got, what is the long block? I think this is a long block. Yes, long block right here as a new casting for a fantasy casting. This one, the Drift Ender it is, I believe. Yes, Drift Ender. And that one we're seeing as a super treasure hunt for the A case of 2026. So there we go. So new casting in 2025. Then we're getting into 26. Some cool recolors. The GMC Cyclone, right? It is the Cyclone. Yes, the GMC Cyclone. Really cool. I really like this casting. I like all the colors that they've done in it. And that one just totally screams 90s, doesn't it, right? GMC Cyclone. So that's a cool one to see. Tesla Model S Plaid. We got it in white as a recolor, so that's now our second recolor this year. We had it in red early, then we have it in white, and it was originally released in blue, if I'm not mistaken, last year. Koenigsegg, here we go. Koenigsegg Jesko Attack. There we go, the Jesko in yellow. We've seen many recolors of this one now as well. I think we get another recolor this year as well, so stay tuned for that one. But the yellow Jesko, I'm loving it. I love the yellow Jesko. So that one is a pretty cool one to see as a recolor. The Civic as well we got. There's your Civic Type R in a red recolor as well. That's a nice one too. Looking good. We've got the Bronco, we've got a Mustang right there, and then there's your fantasy cars on the bottom right there. Also, actually, I didn't mention we did get our second Formula, or our first recolor of the Formula One car. This is the Golf. I think this is the Williams one, if I'm not mistaken. It just says Formula One collection, but I think it is the Williams one. But Golf livery, matte finish paint job on there. So really cool paint job on there. So there we go. That's your 2025 Hot Wheels. What was that? E case. Now we're going on to the F case. We'll flip it around right here. We'll pop that one on open and have a look at our F case right here as cars are dropping. Hopefully we don't drop too many of them. There we go. So have a quick look at our F case right there. Have that overview look of it. And let's go ahead and grab our super for the case and our main line to it. So the Jeep Gladiator was the super treasure hunt for the case. You can see the super treasure hunt logo just right there on the side of it. And then our main line to it right there. So obviously nothing too exciting. This casting doesn't really like super excite me at all. And also I just think they look just a little too similar for super treasure hunts and mainline for the case. So yeah, kind of bland for me. We'll go ahead and put those ones up there. Treasure hunt for the case though is the Honda City Turbo 2. And we'll have to find our treasure hunt logo. There it is on the front, Turbo with the treasure hunt logo right there. So there we have that Honda City Turbo 2. That is pretty cool. First time we're seeing is the Optimus Prime. This was a really sought after one when it first came out. A lot of people really trying to get their hands on this one. So the prices of them on the secondary were going up like crazy. They've come down now to your basic mainline. And there it is, your Optimus Prime. First time we're seeing that one. We might have got a second one. I can't remember exactly. We'll see that one coming up though if we did. We got the Kia as well. This is the EV6, custom EV6. That's kind of cool. Electric car, but it's got a little bit of pizzazz to it with the customized variation of it. So pretty cool. The Mustang and the Blazer, you can see very similar colorways on the Mustang and the Blazer here. We'll pull those ones out so you can see those ones as well. There's your Mustang right there. And there is the Blazer for it as well. So kind of interesting colors and similar, almost matching colors for them. Dairy Delivery, we got our Morgan Super 3, that's our first recolor of that Morgan as well. So we saw that one as a new casting this year. Now we're getting it recolored, and this one is flipped over right here as well. So you can see that one. There we go, nicely, as my camera sometimes struggles to focus when there's so many cars in view that it's trying to focus on. But there we have that case right there. Let's close that one on up and flip it on around right here. Oh no, we're not flipping around. We're going to our next case right here. We'll throw those ones aside. We'll switch over to our 2025 EFGH. So this is G right here. So we'll flip open our G case. Lots of cool cars for our 2025 Hot Wheels G case. I'll let you have that look right now, and then we'll go ahead and start grabbing cars. So Super Treasure Hunt we've got, and the main line to it. So one of my favorite supers of the year, the Porsche 911 Rally in that green. There's your TH logo just right there on the side of it. Beautiful wheels. Love the color of this one. So that one was very, very happy with. There's the main line to it as well. So we got the matching ones, much darker green on the main line, but you can see the 17 still both on there. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Really liking that one as the super. Put those ones up there. Birthday Burner was our treasure hunt for the case. And then very clearly you can see the treasure hunt logo right there on the side with the gold engine on this one. And essentially it's just a piece of cake. And there's your forks on the front end right there of those ones. But yeah, kind of an interesting casting to have as a treasure hunt. One of the ones I was really excited about though, as a new for 2025 casting, the McLaren W1. There it is in its orange colorway the first time we're seeing it. That is a new for 2025 car. So very exciting to have a hypercar, another hypercar come to the lineup. Some of the other new cars, the Ford, the Amaru GCC. We got the R33 Skyline as a recolor as well. So that one is pretty cool to see. Very, very nice. I like that. And DeLorean, we got a DeLorean recolor as well. So there's your DeLorean. Interesting colorway on those ones right there. The Miata, the Legends Tour winning Miata, that one is our first recolor. We saw that as a new casting earlier in the year. And yeah, some of your fantasy castings, the Big Air Bel Air as well. That's a recolor. We've seen many different recolors of the Big Air Bel Air, but there we have that one as well. So we'll go ahead, throw those ones down, and you can have your other quick look if you care about any of those other castings. But we are going on to the next case on the other side, 2025 Hot Wheels H case. And you can see this one is fairly stacked. And this one was one of my favorites. Two of my favorite releases this year were in this case, so I was super excited. First one, my favorite super of the year. It is the 71 Mustang Funny Car, something funny written on the side. I love this one as a super. I love the wheel tire combination on there with the Goodyear wheels. You can see those nice gold ones and beautiful. Lots of TH logos on it. TH logo right there on the side. TH logo on the top. TH logo on this side as well, right down there. So very, very cool. There's your main line to it. As hopefully my camera can focus on these ones here. There we go. Main line to it. Something funny. Very different color. Super treasure hunt, but very, very cool that we got those ones. And then our treasure hunt for the case, I can't remember what this one is called as a treasure hunt for this case. Yeah, I don't know. Can't remember what it's called as a treasure hunt, but it is, there's your TH logo on there, just right there on the side of it. Yeah, just a blah fantasy casting as a treasure hunt. We'll put that one back there. But new casting, one of my favorites for this year was the Dodge Viper GTS, the 96 one with the blue and white stripes. We did see it get recolored yellow with the black stripes, and then you'll see that one coming up as well. So very cool to see that one for the year. That's a new one. The BMW is a new casting. The 8-ball casting as well. I can't remember what this one was called, but the Magic 8-ball casting. So that one's pretty cool as a new casting. The cone casting was also a new one right here, and you can see right underneath that cone that goes right through. So that one's a pretty cool casting as well. So lots of cool new castings and really cool super treasure hunt for this case. Otherwise, the rest of the case kind of blah. I do see I doubled up on the Big Air Bel Air. The Big Air Bel Air is not new to this case, so I'll actually take that one out and we'll put our Ford in there. The Mattel 80 anniversary car as well. Can't remember what that one's called, but we got that one in there as well. But yeah, the rest of the case, nothing too interesting. We'll close that one on up and we'll move it on aside. The next case we have is the J case, 2025 J case. We'll go ahead and pop that one on open, and we're dropping cars already. This is a highlight case because it's let's just have a look here. Let's just have a look. You tell me why it's the highlight case or one of the highlight cases. We're going to skip the super for a second. We're going to hold off on a second, but the highlight car from this case, it's our first mainline Ferrari, the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. First time we're seeing it as a mainline. It's our first return of Ferrari to the main lines since 2014, 2015. So very cool to see the SF90 Stradale right there. But let's go back now to our super treasure hunt for the case, and that is the Corvette Gasser, the 62 Corvette Gasser right there with these nice big fat real riders on there, and it's the Gasser, so it's got that raised up front end as well. There we have that one. There's the main line to it as well. So the main line is very different compared to the regular, or sorry, the super treasure hunt. But you can see the differences on there. There we have both of those ones side by side. So go ahead and throw those ones back. And then our treasure hunt for the case. It's the Nissan Leaf Nismo right here. And where is our treasure hunt? There's treasure hunt logo very clearly on the back ends right there. And there it is from the front. And then we have the treasure hunt logo on the back right there as well for that one. And some of the other new castings, the Honda, the Moto. This one I actually learned that this is like a suitcase that's electric that you kind of sit on in real life. So it is made after a real life car. So the Honda Moto Compo. So check that one. Google that. You'll see some interesting videos of guys in like airports riding around on it. The Renault Space F1. That's a cool car. That is new casting as well. We've seen it recolored already. You'll see that one coming up. So that one's pretty cool. The Mercedes, one of my favorite castings, the Mercedes 560 SEC AMG. This one is another recolor. We've seen this one recolored now, I think 3 or 4 times, probably 4 times now. This color doesn't, it's a cool like emerald color. Like it looks neat, but wouldn't be my first choice on color if I ever got one of these ones in real life. Not really my thing. The Miura in black. Kind of cool looking in the black. That looks good. Maserati Chamel is recolored. We got the Mercedes F1 car. So we've got now our third recolor of that one, or our second recolor, third edition of it for 2025, I should say. So we got that one as well. We got another one of the Porsche Clip cars right here. That one, another recolor of that one. I think we also get another recolor of it this year as well. T50S recolor. That one's a pretty cool one. So lots of good recolors in this case right here. There's some of the fantasy cars. There's a Mustang Fastback, the Land Rover, double cab. But yeah, some pretty cool stuff in this case. We'll close it on up now. And that was the 25J case. Now we're going to the 25K case. And this one has, I think, one of the best castings of the year, if not the best casting of the year as a new casting. And you know what, we're gonna, as much as we see a McLaren Super Treasure Hunt, I'm gonna skip that for a second and go to the car that I'm talking about, the Ferrari F40 Competizione right here in the original red. So that's our first new casting for this year, and that's what I think is probably the best casting of 2025 as far as a new casting goes. I love it. I love Ferraris. You guys know I love the F40. So it is a beauty. So that one's a nice one. All right, to the Super Treasure Hunt now. We'll grab the Super right here. So also the first time we're ever seeing a McLaren is a Super Treasure Hunt. So the McLaren Speedtail, beautiful Spectra Flame orange paint job, and really liking these wheels on here. Like a titanium style Spectra Flame wheel on there, looking really, really good. And that's your main line to it as well. So the main line is quite a bit more boring, obviously, than the Super Treasure Hunt. Just the color. I'm not a fan of the color on that one. I prefer the Super Treasure Hunt color. Obviously, it's a Spectra Flame orange, but I feel like some of the main lines, they do a decent job at putting another color on. The Speedtail, not so much. Super good. Mainline, not so good. We'll throw that one back up there. That's up to you guys to decide, though. We've got our treasure hunt for the case. I can't remember what this one's called. The Chevrolet right there. So the Chevrolet treasure hunt for the case. And there we have that. There's your treasure hunt logo on the back pretty clearly. So you can see that one right there. It's supposed to be some sort of retro hot rod Corvette, maybe. I have no idea. I don't know the history on that one, but that's your treasure hunt for the case. There's the kind of the off-road Mini is a new one. There's an Alpha as a new casting as well. There's the Audi that we got there as well as a new casting. Civic got recolored in this one, so that's what the second Civic recolor that we've seen this year for that one as well. This one's pretty cool for an art car. That one is pretty neat. I love the big wing on that one, of course. So that one's looking good. There's another Civic as well, and then some of our fantasy castings that you guys have seen. I'm more or less skipping over fantasy casting, kind of showing you the good stuff. I mean, if you like fantasy castings, no harm in that, but we'll just go ahead and move along here for our 2025. What are we on? L, M, L, L, L? We're on L. We're on L. All right, here we go. L's a good one here. This is a good case as well. This one has some really good stuff in here. So we'll start with our Super, even though we did get a Ferrari in here, but we'll start with our Super this time. We'll give the Bugatti EB110 SS for Super Sports. That is the Super Treasure Hunt for the case. So very, very nice. Really liking that one right there. So there we go, is our Super. And then there's your mainline to the Super right there as well. Nice mainline to the Super. Looking good. We'll throw those ones back up there. There's our Treasure Hunt for the case, the Honda. It was the S800. I think it's the S800, right? Yes, S800 Racing. There's your Treasure Hunt logo right there on the back of it. And there we have it. The 58 on there for our Honda S800s. So that's the Treasure Hunt. Then some pretty cool new castings. Obviously, our third new Ferrari, Ferrari's 365 GTB4 Daytona. Competizione, not Daytona, Competizione. But very, very cool. I mean, what's the official? 365 GTB4 Competizione. Yeah, that's the official name of it. Beautiful. Looking good. We've seen it recolored already as well, too. You'll see that one coming up. What is the twin mill? The mod mill. That one's kind of cool. It's our second edition of a modified twin mill this year. And then we got some crazy stuff here. This is the start of some of the crazy stuff here. The phone, what is this one called? The Quick Chat, made after a Mattel toy from the 1980s. Crazy, crazy car to see this one as a Hot Wheels casting. One of the popular castings are recolors from this case, as well as the pink Porsche 911 GT3. Was it the GT3 RS? Yes, it is the GT3 RS. So that one been very popular. Lots of people picking those ones up as a mainline. It's a really cool recolor for that one. I really enjoyed this recolor of the Dodge Viper. I love this, the newer generation Dodge Viper. I love the white with the blue stripes. The wheels, I think, look fantastic. I think they did a great job at that one as a recolor for this year. Some of the other stuff that we saw, there's a recolor of the Tesla Cyber Quad. There's a Subaru BRZ that we had as a recolor as well. The Kia EV6 Custom is recolored. There's a Mustang. What is the Dark Horse, right? This is the Dark Horse. Yes, it is the Dark Horse. I question myself on cars, but I definitely do know more than I don't know. Let's put it that way. So there's your Dark Horse recolor. That was new as the last year's casting. And there's some of the other stuff in there. But we'll close this one on up. Go over to the 2025 Hot Wheels M case right here. Open up the M case. We'll throw that one on back. We got cars that are trying to come out, including our Shark Bite right there. We'll throw that one back in. Shark Bite's going to stay there. We'll start with our treasure hunts for the case, our super treasure hunt, sorry, I should say. The Honda Civic Custom, 73 Honda Civic Custom, super treasure hunt. There's your TH logo on the side of that one. Beautiful Spectra Flame, was it red color that we have on this one. So nice looking real riders, of course, for the super. Your main lines in a much like a lighter red, almost an orangey red. Whoa! As I drop it and smash our camera out of the way here. There we go. All right, we'll get ourselves centered back in right here. But there we go. So your main line to the super and your super treasure hunts for the case. We'll put those ones back up there, and then we have our Shark Bite, which is the treasure hunt for the case as well. So there's your treasure hunt logo just right there on the top. Pretty cool. You've seen Shark Bite before. It's been recolored many different times, but this time as a treasure hunt for the case. Some of the highlights for the case as far as new casting goes, there's your Peugeot 9X8 hypercar right there. Big casting. Really, really big, wide, long casting right there. So that one's pretty cool. For a recolor, or sorry, new casting, new for 2025 casting. That's a new one. There's some other new ones. The motorbike, the Honda VFR 750. That one was a new casting as well. The Bat Boat, we have to mention as well. Bat Boat was a new casting for 2025. So that one's pretty cool. It's even got wheels on the bottom so you can roll it if you really want to. The Koenigsegg Jesko is recolored, and actually we get it recolored again after this too. So this would be that's the second recolor this year. We'll get a third recolor shortly as well. One of my favorite recolors of the year, actually. Really, really like the Pagani Utopia. Blue with the black base and the gold wheels. I did not like the first color that it was released in when it was a new casting. I love this one as a recolor. Absolutely gorgeous in that blue and black with the gold, looking so good. Cadillac. The Cadillac Le Mans car, that one's recolored as well. A couple other ones in here. The Drift Ender, this is the Drift Ender, right? Yeah, that one's recolored. You saw that one as a new casting this year. Key Swap's recolored as well. But have a look at the rest of the recolors for this case. The Mazda 787B also recolored in the white, looking good. Close that one on up as I'm dropping cars right here. Oh, you know what? The motorbike's just gonna have to stay where it is, and that's just getting locked up, and we'll move on to our next case. And the next one is the 2025 Hot Wheels N case right here. And these are all the cars from the N case, all the new recolors, all these supers, all the treasure hunt right there. So we'll throw that one so you can see it. We'll start up in the top right here with our super treasure hunt for the case, which is the 2020 Dodge Charger SRT Demon or Hellcat. Sorry, Hellcat, not the Demon on this one. This is the Hellcat. There's your TH logo on the back right there. Nice colorway on this one. Pretty nice one. Not like my favorite of the year, but still a decent one nonetheless. And that's your mainline for it as well, so you can see the comparison of those two right there. There's your comparison of the mainline and the super of it. We'll throw those ones back into the case. We have our treasure hunt for the case, which is I think it's the Triumph. I can't remember the name of the motorbike, but it's a Triumph motorbike. There's your TH logo right there, your treasure hunt logo on the back. Triumph written on the back of the guy as well. Kind of a cool casting though with the guy riding the bike. Kind of looks neat. So that one's your treasure hunt for the case. This one is really cool. The cat, what I can't remember what this one is called. Feline Lucky, the Feline Lucky. So it's the waving cat casting right here. So that one's also just like this, the quick chats and that cone, like just some really interesting fantasy castings that they've come out with this year. They've got just great. I mean, some of those ones, I'm not usually a fan of many of the weird fantasy castings like that. Don't really care, and I dropped it, but that's okay. Don't even care. But yeah, ones like that I don't care about. But yeah, it's that Feeling Lucky one. That one's cool. Porsche, love this casting. I've said it before. Absolutely love this casting, but do not like the color of this casting. So waiting for a recolor of it, and I think a recolor of this one, it'll look fantastic. But not a fan of that color with the pink interior on this one. But beautiful new casting though. Beautiful new casting of that Porsche. And then you can see some of our other recolors. The T33 Gordon Murray, that one is recolored. We see another one in yellow coming up in the future as well. But yeah, lots of cool recolors on that one. So we'll go ahead, we'll close up our N case and we'll switch it over to our P case cars. P case, lots of cars in the P case right here. So have yourself a look. I'll hopefully not drop any cars from this case right here. But we do have our super treasure hunt, which is the BMW M3 wagon in that beautiful Spectraflame green paint job on there, looking fantastic. So really, really cool green color on that. I like that one right there. There's your main line to it. So you can see those ones two side by side. There we have them. Beautiful, beautiful looking. I like it. Good super treasure hunt for the year. We've got the Audi, what is the Audi 84 Audi Sport Quattro. That's your treasure hunt for the case. And there's your treasure hunt logo just right there on the back of it. Nice silverish gray metallic color on there. Cool casting. We've seen this casting recolored many different times, and now as a treasure hunt. I think did we see that one was a super? I can't remember if we saw it in a super or not. New castings, though, we did get the Porsche as a new casting right here. This is the 928S. Yes, 928S Porsche. That's a brand new casting. Probably not the most popular Porsche in real life, but as a Hot Wheel, looking pretty good. Probably one of the best. Two really nice recolors. Actually, four new really nice recolors, I would say in this case. The SF90 Stradale in gray. That's your first recolor of that one right there. So looking good. We saw it in the red originally. You guys saw it earlier. And one of my favorite castings, and this is a beauty recolor. The Mercedes 560 SEC AMG in the blue with the 10 interior. Love that. Great recolor on that one, looking fantastic. So that one's really cool. Another good recolor. It's not that one right there. It's this one right here. Here we go. Sorry. So we have a Mustang. There's the Mustang GTD. That one is recolored. Actually, you know what? That's not a bad recolor either. So let's go ahead. If I can pull that one out That car's, let's just take that car out. Mustang GTD, that one is a beautiful recolor. Loving that one right there. That one looks good with the gold wheels. And then our Dodge Viper GTS, I'd mentioned that we got this one as a recolor in yellow with the black stripes. There it is. Beautiful casting. Really, really nice. And that's another great recolor from this case. And then, of course, we also got the Huracan Storado recolored in a beautiful, and even, wow, like so many good recolors in this one. This case was a good one. This is the P case, right? Yeah, so lots of good recolors in this one. The GMC Cyclone in red. Loving that. That one looks great as well. Another gorgeous recolor from this case. And then you can see all of our fantasy castings. The Zinger 21C in white. We got, some other castings in here as well. There's the Renault Esprit F1. That one's recolored. Lots of good recolors in that case, but we will close it on up and say goodbye to that box. And then our last case of the year, some other great recolors in this one as well. Some nice super in this one. Let's go ahead and pop this one on open, and we can have a look as our quick chat and our recolor of the quick chat wants to say hi. So that's your first one, your quick chat right there. We'll throw that down. But let's go ahead. Oh, that one caught nicely right there. And then let's grab the Super Treasure Hunt, which is the Ford RS200 Super Treasure Hunt with the Golf livery. Loving this one right here. There's a TH logo on the side. Orange wheels on this one, looking gorgeous. And then we got the blue as the light blue as your mainline, as your regular for it. That one looking fantastic as well. But two very, very nice ones. We'll throw those ones up there. The treasure hunt for the case is the Triumph what is this one? TR6? Yeah, TR6 Triumph. There's your treasure hunt logo right there on the front end. That one's looking okay, not too bad. McMurdy Sperling, that's a new casting for this year as well. So it's a pretty neat looking casting, neat looking car, nice electric like supercar, hypercar in real life. We got this Polestar as a new casting as well. The Polestar TRX, yeah, Polestar TRX. It's an interesting concept car. McLaren W1 has been recolored as well. That is nice looking in that gray, kind of a darker gray. But the two highlight recolors from this case are the two Ferraris. F40 Competizione in yellow, yellow being my favorite color. So absolutely loving seeing that one in yellow. And then our Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione also recolored in yellow. So two beautiful recolors for that case. Loving that. The gold Bentley also looking really good. Bentley Continental GT3. That one's looking nice in the recolor as well. There's a couple of Land Rover recolors. The coupe, Porsche Coupe Clip car, or no, it's not the Porsche Carrera Clip car in blue with the white base this time. That one's a recolor. The Honda Motocompo recolored as well. But yeah, some pretty nice ones for this case. So there's your Q case recolors, and we'll shove in the quick chat just right there. And hopefully I don't drop the rest of these, but we'll close this one up. You guys let me know in the comment section down below which was your favorite car, your favorite single car this year. I'd love to know. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.